All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Dean Atali. I am a Shiny consultant, and I'm going to talk about a tool called Plot Color Helper. This tool is available in a package called Color Picker, and it is on CRAN, so if you want, you can download it and try it out for yourself. Now, what this tool tries to solve is this problem that I've run into quite often, which is once I create a plot, I often want to add good colors to it, and usually I try to use our color brewer or one of the built-in palettes, but sometimes it's just not good enough. So I manually add colors, and often I have to tweak those colors a lot of times until they're right. So this process of finding the right colors for my plot can be very tedious. So with Plot Color Helper, it takes away that need for blindly choosing colors and replotting 100 times. So what you do is you highlight the code for your plot in RStudio, and then you go over to the add-ins menu and you select Plot Color Helper, and that will help you iterate through different sets of colors for your plot much quicker. So what you have on the left side is a big text box with the code for your plot. So this is just the code that you highlighted before. It's just copied over, and you can also edit it if you want. Then on the top, you have a list of colors, and you'll see that there's 5 colors right now. That's because the tool actually tries to guess how many colors your plot needs, and this plot does have 5 different levels, so it has 5 colors there. And on the right side, you'll have your plot. So this plot will get updated automatically whenever the code changes or whenever one of the colors change on the top. Now, the way that works is that those colors on the top, that list, it's actually always going to be assigned into a variable called cp_cols. So if you look in the text box, you'll see I make a reference there to cp_cols when I want to use the colors. So cp_cols will always be a vector containing the values of the colors that you see at the top. Now, if you look at the bottom, you'll see that there's 4 tabs in this add-in. So the first tab was the code itself that you saw before. The second tab that we're on now is the Any Color tab. So here you have a color selector where you can select any color. And so if you, for example, select pink in this color selector, then you'll see that in the plot itself, all the points that were blue before now became pink. And if you look at the top, the box that was blue before with the number 1 in it now became pink. So you'll also see there's a little black outline around the first box. That outline means that that's the currently selected color. So if you choose one of the other boxes, either with clicking on it or with keyboard shortcuts, then you can choose a different color to edit instead of that first color. You'll also see there's 2 buttons to the left of it. There's a plus button and a remove. So you can also add or remove buttons from that, colors from that list. And that can come in handy. For example, if you want to add a background color to your plot, like I've done here, I've added a third line to the code that adds a background color. And that background color refers to cp_cols bracket 6. So to do that, to make that work, I just had to add a 6th color to my list of colors on the top. Now, once you're done selecting colors and you're happy with them, there's 2 side effects that happen. First of all, that cp_cols variable that holds a vector with the values of the colors you've chosen, it gets assigned to your global environment, which some people will think is a bit too intrusive. And also, you get a cp_cols variable declaration in your source code. Now, there's another function in Color Picker that you might find useful. If any of you write Shiny apps and you ever need your user to select colors, then you can use the color input function. That's actually the original purpose of the Color Picker package. You might be able to use that, I saw. Then now for a little bit of history, I actually had a similar add-in last year called Color Picker, which what it lets you do is it lets you select a list of colors and then return that back to R. So it was the same thing, but without the plot component. Now, my girlfriend was working on her thesis at the time, and one day she came up to me and she was venting about how it's taking her so long to come up with colors for all her different plots. So I told her, oh, just use my awesome Color Picker tool. And she looked at it and she said, well, that's pretty much useless because I can't actually see the plots when I'm changing the colors. So I thought, that's actually a great idea. I should add a plot beside it so that you can see the colors while you change them. And so that's an example of why I think feedback, and especially criticism, is really important when you're building tools for other people. So if anyone has any suggestions or comments, feel free to let me know either in private or in public. And there's a lot of people I want to say thank you to, but I don't think I have time, so I'll just say thank you, everybody.